wanted to try to use this virtual reality BS. Because it means I failed. It means fuck. And they'll say, you know what, fuck what they say. But if all the pills and talk therapy and still it worked for them, it should have worked for me. And fuck it. This exposure therapy, this experimental mind fuck. I told the doc I don't want to go back to the war. I don't care how many degrees hang on your wall. And he says, you want to get your family back? And I say, fuck you. And he says, your choice, soldier, but you're out of options. You got the worst of the worst, the most extreme. And I say, fuck you. So he says, trust me. I said the first time I heard that was from a girlfriend who blew me, then cheated on me. He says, we'll start with the field, but we'll end up at home. I promise. I said, doesn't it say to the world that I'm a bitch that can't handle it? And he says, no. And I'm not sure I believe him. But I want to see my niece and nephew again, but my sister won't let me until I... Look, I served. I served since I was 15 with my cousin's license. Stole it off him during the game at Thanksgiving. And my older sister knew. She saw me pull it out of his wallet. She didn't give a fuck. Janet never did anything for this country except get high and pump out a few kids. I mean, the kids are okay. She may suck, but her kids, pretty great. They like shooting games like me. Growing up, I always send them the new ones for Christmas, birthdays, whatever. Maybe they'll grow up to be whatever. At 15, if they need a card to join up, I sure as shit will get them one. Fucking kids. Kids in the desert. The ones in Afghanistan, Iraq. Guns in their hands by 12. The desert doesn't allow for childhood. Sends them down to baby adults quick. Maybe that's what they see when they're jacked up. Maybe they see us as a video game just the same way as we see them, but this ain't no damn game. And there's this one kid. He was 10. Yeah, maybe 10. He was skinny like, not like the skinny you see here in the US. Kids here have skinny bodies but full cheeks, bright eyes, baby chub around knobby knees. Over there, skinny means skin stretched tight around tiny cheekbones, haunted eyes. So this kid with burn scars across his face like pimples no cream can fix. This kid, I got him outside his house on his knees in white sand of a white house in a blindingly white courtyard, and he's in a desert village that time fucking forgot, and his mom screaming at him in Desertese from the doorway, and all of a sudden there's a shriek crack from the sky. His house explodes. Whoosh, boom, game over, family fucking fried. And this kid looks at me like death, like hellfire. Like I will be the last face you ever see, motherfucker. I release him. But he's got nowhere to go, and before I can point him to a refugee camp, he's gone. This. The nicest headset. The military pays for the best, top of the line VR headset for training and for untraining, not training, whatever the fuck I'm doing right now. But Can they invest in enough flak jackets or body armor for all of us?
No.
Shit, no. Huh? Numbers don't line up. It's easier to program than to keep us alive in the field. You know, I mean, the soldier next to you will give his left nut or ovary or whatever for you, and you for him. See, the soldiers ain't the problem. Shit, motherfucking shit. Who? It's the fucking politicians. You never see their ass out in the field except for a photo shoot. Shit, motherfucking shit. Who? Oh, damn. You know how sometimes in the cities your mom just jumps right out of your mouth? Well, the drill sergeant just jumps right out of mine. Yeah, he's the biggest mouth in the army, but he bores into your brain and all of a sudden you're sounding like him. Platoon, attention! I joined up to do my patriotic duty. My duty and the high of being the just, the righteous, raining down God, Moses, and the plagues. Amen. Bringing justice to those who should have but never had a chance at American freedom. McDonald's cheeseburgers, sleeping in, watching YouTube on Sunday mornings, the great vast rolling plains. Oh, and mini marts full of water. Water you can get anytime. Water that means life. I mean, especially in the desert, boys. Water means life. Say it with me. Water is
life.
Water is
life.
Louder, get that dicks out your throat. Water is
life.
Shit, yeah. Platoon at ease. If you do not have water, you are dead. A desiccated piece of meat, a steak dinner for Arabian vultures. Oh, and a fat-tailed lizard called a dab. Ooh, a little dab. Do ya? The dab will eat you whole from the inside out, looking for water like an Afghani plague, and be gone before I get a chance to fuck your mother. Shit, motherfucking shit. Oh, platoon, attention! Fall out. Trying to get me to salute machines now. Machines to tell me what to and where to and fucking beeping, 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 beeping. Fuck! Like dog shit in your front yard. This is an unwelcome intrusion. But they won't process my monthly check until I do this shit, so I'm here. I'm waiting. I'm back in the war. The sound, booms, high whistles of missiles scraping the desert sky. You see, I'm fine. You see, I see it and I hear it, but I know it's not there. I'm fine. You're fine. I'm fine. Oh, I'm fine. Oh, fucking hell! Get out! Harper, get down, you fucking noob! Reload, motherfucker, reload! Harper, get down! Oh, fuck, Harper, you goddamn fucking fuck! Why can't you stay the fuck down? Stop the lights, the blinking lights, the fireflies, or maybe IEDs, or the gun sights, or maybe oh, fuck. Oh, Oh, this is fucking bullshit, man. Man, doc, whatever. Sweating like a fucking fuck. I can't feel my fucking hands. Okay, maybe I get your point. Maybe I could use a little whatever. Fucking beeps. A beat to tell me when to start, a beat to tell me when to stop, tell me what is real and what is not. Soon they say, I won't have these dreams anymore. Waking or sleeping dreams gone. But I don't believe them. A beat to wake me up, get me to sleep, Get me hard, jack me off, get me soft, get me alive. Electric beats bring rule to my life. Tell me I'm dead. No, I'm not fucking dead. Flatline is dead. Dead is Harper, a fucking headless cunt of a newbie in a field. Dead is when you take your hands and you wrap them around some desert terrorist throat. Flatline is dead and beeping is alive. You know, I'm alive. You know, and this thing, the beeping of this thing is supposed to make me what? You know, they say it's supposed to make me, help me from being triggered. But I am a fucking trigger. I am the fucking trigger. Besides, doesn't being triggered just mean being alive? Being fully alive. So many soldiers don't want to do this. This VR therapy. They say it's torture to make you go back there, and I agree. But if this is my last chance, the only way, then fuck it. You know, I can do anything. I can get over it. I mean, besides, it was just the fireworks in those kids. You know, kids wearing khaki brown, sandy brown, like they're the school issue. You know what I mean? I was told by the EMT that the color was, fuck it. You know, fuck the EMT, it doesn't fucking matter. So, here's, you want to know why I'm in VR therapy? It's not really because of my irregular heartbeat, or not entirely at least, and it's not because of the field, at least not entirely. I got leave. It was my first time back in the States in years. You know, back to the clean women, cold beer. And I went to see my sister's kids. I mean, my sister was there, but she's a shitheel. Really, I was there to see the kids. Play video games. You know, take them down to the 4th of July thing down at the park. You know, regular civvy days. And we were having a great time. You know, I took the 14-year-old down to the arcade and we played video games until his hands went numb. Made him feel like a big man, you know? Like most of us, we act how we feel. So, he's feeling like a big man, you know, gives him some confidence. He's a little short for his age. I mean, I wouldn't say a shrimp, but, you know, it's been taken notice of by the bigger kids at school. And I tell the kid, you know, fuck those other boys. Body type like yours, perfect for the Air Force. Yeah, you'll be a fly boy in no time. And that made his little chest swell. And the 9-year-old took her down to the swimming pool, taught her how to dive. Turns out she's a natural born fish. Navy SEALs, watch out. You got a little girl that's gonna kick your fucking asses. Watch the fuck out. So, that weekend was the 4th. You know, big parades and that shit I don't like. But the kids, you know, they want me to get dressed up. So, I get cleaned up in my full dress uniform. Spit shine shoes, gold buttons, the whole ride. Pow, pow. You know, carry them down to the parade. Buy them hot dogs. You know, fun. You know, stupid shit, but kids fun. And then it was off to the fireworks for, you know, rockets, red glare and everything. There's this brass band playing. All those tinny notes. And I feel that tingle in the back of my neck. You know, that tingle I only get when I think some shit is about to go down, but I ignore it because what shit's gonna go down at a baseball diamond, you know? I try to pretend that all their lights and cheers and freedom ringing make us all feel safe again, make me feel safe again. They tell us in the early days when we're back in the cities, they always say, you feel something, you pack it up, you head home, you call the VA ASAP. But I've never been one of those, you know? I've never been one of those, even as a child, one of those fucking crybabies. You know, my mom used to say, cry, baby. Give me a reason to beat your ass. Be like a holiday for me. Bitch. I tell those kids, you stay right here. I gotta go to the shitter, but you just stay right here. So I head to the shitter, and I look at myself in the mirror, the one over the sink. A picture postcard of patriotism. A picture postcard. You know, that's what folks want to see. The best of us. I splash water on my face. And the tingle, it goes away. Right. Here we go. You're a civvy now. You're a civilian. You're almost a civilian. Always a soldier, almost a civilian. And you're just here to have a good time, yeah? You're taking these kids out to have a good time. You deserve a good time. So let's go have a goddamn good time. I turn to the door, grab the sticky handle, I pull hard, and July heat hits me in the face, and I smell spent ammo and taste sand, but I take a deep breath. Don't ruin this day, motherfucker. You ruin this day, and maybe your idiot sister will never let you see these kids again. You just shove your hands in your pockets and you count your steps. You always found counting to be soothing. On the bus to school, you counted the stop signs while the assholes bullied you from the back row. In the desert, you counted the lines of color on the horizon. Magnificent colors in the desert sky. Now that they have over us. So I count my steps back to the bleachers, past the smiling faces and the drowsy babies. But when I look up, the kids are not there. They are not in their seats. They are not under their seats or around their seats or over by the hot dog stand or the ice cream truck. Fuck. My heart starts to pound and my breath is short and the tingle in the back of my neck has now turned into stabbing sensations. Danger, Will Robinson, danger. I keep looking, but they're not over back in the bathrooms or back over by the playgrounds. They're not. And then I see peeking out of the shrub the tip of Mac's Air Force hat. The tip, the brim behind the leaves. There is a fierce rustling. And there I see the shadow of sand-colored pants and the scarred face of the 10-year-old boy. I always knew he'd find me. Then I hear an IED explode behind me, but I know it's not there. There's nothing there. I tell myself, you're just remembering, but I am in control. I am the trigger, and the trigger rules. And the trigger is in control. There are no IEDs. There are my niece and nephew, and they are real. 2 kids, real. There are no IEDs and fireworks beginning to light the sky. Those are real. 2 kids, real. Ignore the... Another goes off. I hear another go off past the shrub, but when I look, nothing. There's nothing there. No smoke, no explosion, no guts of my bunkmates spread across the field like ground up meat. Oh, focus, motherfucker, focus. Oh, focus. I hear the sergeant scream on my ear. Focus on the mission, soldier. I run over, reach into the shrubs, looking for the kids with their caught up leaves, bright as brambles. I hear Max screaming my name, and he's calling for me, but there are IEDs going off, and the kids, they are stuck. They are being attacked. I know I saw a weapon. Then I see the scarred face of the desert kid and his burnt feet and an AK-47 in his hand. Who gives a baby an AK-47? And why won't he leave me alone? And now I see him in my dreams. And now he's taking my kids. He's taking my fuck you! I punch into the shrub. I hear a squeal and blood drips from my fists. I got him. I got the desert kid. I punch again and again. I let you live in the desert, motherfucker. I tried to get you help. I did the best I could. My hands get stronger and redder and stickier with his blood. I finally got him. I fucking killed him. I finally fucking killed him. Then strong hands pull me up, throw me into the dirt, sit on my back, and now spitting out dirt and grass out from between my teeth. And then slowly, my senses beginning to slow, and my heart finally begins to slow down, and the pounding in my ear recedes, and an ambulance pulls into the park, and there I see the kids. They're holding hands, and moms huddle around keening children, and the curtain of moms finally parts for the EMT, and Mac, a hand to his nose, once a perfect triangle, now his nose is a smashed blob of purple and blood. In his eyes, they find mine, and they are scared. He is scared of me. His sister won't look at me. And in her hand, a glitter baton with streamers coming out of each end. A glitter baton with gold streamers. What the fuck? That is not what I saw. It's not. Then I look back at the shrub, now torn down to the ground, and there is nothing there. No weapon, no anything. How could I? Then it hits me what I've done. Why Matt needs an EMT, why his sister won't look at me. A patrol car pulls up and I know they're heading for me. I know whatever happens, jail, the fuck ever. The real thing is I've lost the kids. How could they ever forgive me? Week 2 of exposure therapy sucked. Week 3 sucked less. Week 4 didn't suck at all. Week 5, they started switching the stimuli from smaller things to, bigger things, bigger home front things I might encounter. Week 5 was cowbells. I told the doc I'm never moving to the country, why cowbells? And he says, trust the process. And I don't say this because the doc is actually a nice guy. I mean, nice for a military doc that also kicks your ass. But slipping back, jumping back in to battle when hearing cowbells after so many weeks of doing better, I mean, shit. Failure. It feels like failure. Why can't I just, others do it with meds and without needing fucking medical assistance machine bullshit. I feel small. I feel weak. Even though Doc says, and my friends say, whatever, Incredible Hulk, you're strong for seeing you have a weakness and doing something about it. And in my brain, I know that's true. But in my body and soul where it counts, I don't. So, GFI. Great fucking idea. That night, I go to my bar. Drink, darts, drink, pool, drink, flirt, drink. But then all it took was a nudge. Now the fucker, it may have been an accident, but the fucker knocked into me and wouldn't say sorry. And maybe I didn't give him a chance to say sorry. But then it was fists and pool cues and more jumping in until boom, kicked out. And we ended up throwing rocks at one another in a gravel parking lot until we got bored and everybody went home. I felt fucking good. I felt strong, you know? The way Americans are supposed to be strong, the way we are trained to be strong and patriotic and fucking warriors for fucking freedom. Ooh, I felt good. Back in my PT days. Ooh, You know what the fuck I mean. I felt fucking strong all fucking night into the next day until I went back to my bar and the bartender says, "Get out." And I asked, second chance, second home, bud? And he says, "No. If you can't control yourself, you can't come back in here." My face gets hot. And I go home, and I feel weak again. I feel not strong. I feel like, I think maybe I should just fucking kill myself because I just don't understand. I won't ever understand what it means to be back, you know? Because to be strong here is not the same as to be strong over there. Maybe I just can't hack it. Maybe I'm just a fucking animal in human's clothing just fucking raging. And I would go back to the battle, but I can't because my heart won't let me. I think I should just fucking disappear from this earth because it's easier than walking in it ashamed. Then I look at a picture of me and the kids smiling, snow cones. And I think, keep them in your mind. Keep them in your sight. Because this shit isn't all just for you. You may always be a shitty person, but you can do something for them. You can love them the way you should have been. Maybe your life would be worth something again. Just keep them in your mind. Next visit, week 6. I didn't tell the doc a goddamn thing, but I kept the kid's picture in my pocket. And I asked the doc, how many more weeks? And he says, there is no timeline. With PTSD this extreme, we just don't know. But maybe when we're done here, you can see your family again. If my sister says it's okay. And I tell him, let's do this shit. Right now, I'm walking down the sidewalk of a busy city street. There are cars honking. People are accidentally running into one another. A fire alarm suddenly blares from a building. Fire licks the side of a brick wall. Fire that consumes that wall. And in my mind, the image is transformed into fire consuming the outside of Tank 464, the tank that took a missile. Fire that boiled my grub mate Ginger alive. Oh, but that's not what's on the VR picture, man. Come on, focus on what's on the VR picture. It's a office fire, a building fire. There is no tank. You are on American soil. Just breathe and back away. Just breathe and back away. Yes. I see it now. I see what's on the VR picture. No tank, but just a building fire. And more fire trucks come. And the firefighters save the civilians, just watch them save. Watch the lights on the fire trucks just revolve. Not desert flares, but just fire truck lights. Doc says to focus on the details. Focus on the details and the reality of the details. They will keep you alive, keep you from harming yourself and others. Don't jump to conclusions. Your senses cannot be entirely trusted yet. Your thought process cannot be entirely trusted yet. Maybe one day, but for today, focus on the details and trust them. They will show you the reality you inhabit. Just like in the desert, the doc says to take frequent breaks and drink lots of water. Look, I'm not immune to the irony that I'm learning to live in the real world by interacting with a fake one. But at least in the fake one, I can't harm anyone or myself. That night, after the fireworks, after I pounded Mac's nose I thought about killing myself. I had plenty of time to think. In jail. In a padded cell. I just thought, am I gonna end up like Tara, who beats her wife now? And we all passed the exit exams and tests to try to reassure that we could integrate, as Sarge called it, back into society. But integration doesn't account for what happens next. Integration is like, here's a housing stipend to get you started. Good luck. Here's a new suit, here's a whatever. Doesn't matter. Vets are twice as likely to commit suicide than the civilian population. Facts. Then the guard opened the door to my neat little padded cell. And my sister Janet stood there. I couldn't believe it. After what I'd done to her kids, she stood there. And the guard said, You can go, she's not going to file charges. I go to thank the guard, he salutes me. Turns out he's an ex-MP, 2 terms in Iraq. And when he shakes my hand, he holds it a second too long, long enough to look into my eyes and say, "Get it together, soldier," before releasing my hand. I salute and say, "Sir, yes, sir." And I follow Janet out of the building. I trudge behind her in silence, trying to figure out what to say, trying to figure out what is fair, what is just, when you pound an innocent person's face in and that innocent person is their child. We walk for a few blocks in silence. I tap her on the shoulder. She turns to me in a cloud of cigarette smoke. And I say, "Hit me." "What?" "Hit me. As many times as you want, as hard as you can. I won't fight back. I won't cry for help. Just hit me." "I'm not going to hit you." "You should." Fuck, B. When has hitting ever made anything actually better? "Well, I'm not bullshitting you, philosopher. You deserve to hit me." She smokes, looks at me, contemplating, I guess. Walks me to the VA center, points to the front doors and says, "Go." Says, "Stay." Waits for me to approach the doors and says, "Go the fuck in. I'm not fucking with you anymore. And neither are my kids. They're waiting for you. I made you an appointment. You want to see the kids? Have a chance that I will even think about letting you see the kids?" This is what you have to do. On the other side of the glass doors, I turn to nod goodbye, but she's already gone. Fuck. The neighborhood park. Wind caressing cheeks, warm. The breeze is a welcome touch. I take a deep breath to relax and realize I am relaxed. Neck muscles loose, fingers uncoiled. My heart rate is slow and steady. Enjoying a stroll that feels like ease. Feels like comfort, like it's good to be in the world again. The birds sing a sweet song, high and light. And I don't want to run. No, I don't feel the need to run. I stand, sunlight on my face, listening to their song, embracing it, bathing in it. Laughter spills from a playground, and before I can think, I smile. My face feels like cracking marble, like a rock, a statue chiseled out of rock 1,000 years ago that has finally split apart and has finally fallen to the ground. There's still heaviness, but it is the weight of joy. A fire alarm blares suddenly. I flinch, I tense up, my shoulder seizes, my neck tightens. But I breathe deep and intentionally focus on the details, son. Flame licks the side of a wall. I walk away from the flame around the corner. I taste the grit of sand in my mouth, but I know that I am here. I am finally here. Let's go again. I can go another round before my session's over. I got this shit. When Janet and I were little, like little, you know, ages 8 and 10, we invented a team called the Big Sister, Little Brother, Dream Team of the Stars. Yeah, catchy, right? We were a team of heroes that launched missions of daring deeds, miraculous rescues, mistaken identities, and many guest appearances by the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yeah, we could run like the wind, you know, jump, swim, catch, throw, beat the lights at anything that got in our way. You know, I kept up the fight. Janet just couldn't. You know, she was always a sensitive one. Or, as Doc says, I should say, the more sensitive one. Because sensitivity can be a strength. So, anyway. This certificate is awarded upon successful completion of step 1 of virtual reality treatment as certified by, you know, signed, dated, the whole deal. I mean, there's even a little gold seal with a single gold star in the middle of it. Yeah, Doc says it's important to celebrate the little things in civilian life. You know, the little steps as well as the big ones. Because the secret to success on the home front is to put one foot in front of the other. You know, smile, hold someone's hand, enjoy the rain. You know, not beat the fuck out of someone for no reason. Mac, my nephew. His face comes to me in dreams now. You know, better than the other thing, but still pretty much a dumpster fire. Not because of anything he did, he never did anything wrong, but because of what I did to him. After Janet dumped me at the VA, there were a shit ton of drug tests and shit. Because mine was a kind of mental break, you know, but hopefully one we can fix in periods of time, and then possible relapse, and then back to the doctors for the rest of my life. You know, probably, if I'm lucky. The ones that aren't so lucky, you know, the ones that take all the pills, booze, bullet to the mouth, step in front of a truck, whatever. Choice of control for an out-of-control mind. Those folks are the unlucky ones. The ones that can't make it back to the doctors before the past devours them. I know I'm lucky. And VR therapy is working so far. And I have a sister who knows when to bring me back here. You know, when to call the doctors when I can't or won't. Maybe Janet is not such a dumbass after all. There's something to her tenderness. And to her kids, I want to show them this. I mean, that's if they will see me. Because I fucked up, you know, even with PTSD as a, whatever, reason, excuse, penumbra. There's still no excuse. While I was sitting in a padded cell, Mac was having reconstructive surgery on his face. He was, 8 hours of surgery. And the kid was a champ. A heavyweight title level champ, and no kid should have to, I mean, especially a kid I love should have to deal with that shit. He spent almost 2 weeks in the hospital, then weeks in therapy, learning how to breathe again through his new nose. You know, his face is bright, amazing, full of wonderment and beauty, and life will never be the same again. I told Janet to email me pictures, but she says she didn't want the image of Mac fucked up like that. She didn't want it to get in the way of my treatment, my therapy. Janet said I didn't need to see and that it wouldn't help. In fact, it might hurt. I took a deep breath, called her up, and I almost hoped she wouldn't answer. I told her not to be stubborn, but she insisted. Then I asked if she could put Mac on the phone. I wanted to apologize. I needed to. But she says Mac is going to take a little more time. But Sarah wants to talk. There's a rustling, and Sarah's sweet baby voice comes on the phone. And she sounds a little scared. I hate that she sounds scared. She says, "Hi." And I say, "Hi, you kid. I need to apologize. You know, I accidentally did it." No, no excuses. I did a really bad thing. It was really bad and really scary. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. She says, "You're at the doctor's?" And I say, "Yeah. You know, the doctor's for a while, and he's gonna help me figure out how it never happens again." "Why does a doctor need to teach you that? Didn't your mom teach you that? Didn't your teacher? You're a grown-up, why?" And she begins to cry, and I wanna smash the phone, but I know that if I do, it will scare her more. And she's already scared of me. Janet comes back on the phone, and she says, she just needs a little break. Yeah, sure, I'm sorry, and I didn't mean to scare her again. It's not okay, but it's going to be. You know, they're going to understand one day, and I'm going to help them understand. I know that we don't, really connect as siblings, not for a long time now. But I've tried to clean it up these last few years since Jason left for the kids. So I think we just need to, I don't know. But you're a hero. And we always talked about dream team heroes, right? And you actually went out and did it. So I really think we'll just figure it out, okay? Okay. And we both hang up the phone. And I do my therapy, and she talks to the kids, and Matt heals, and they do their therapy, and I do mine, and do my therapy, and never miss an appointment. Then Doc says, "Congratulations, and well done, and you're off to a great fresh start." And while I know he is trying to be supportive, useful, I feel like, how fresh can it be? I'm still me. Then today, he hands me this certificate, congratulating me on the first step in my journey. And I called Janet to tell her, and she said she wants to see me. And that the kids, they think they would like to see me too. And I asked, I don't want to scare them, and do you think they can ever forgive me? And she says, "I don't know, but all we can do is try." What they don't tell you or your families is that the training to come back home is just as hard as basic. Maybe it is harder. And that this training is for the rest of your life. So, I catch the 52 bus to South Road, change at South Road to Lime Hill, and walk a half a mile up the dirt road to their house. It's a cute little house. It's got a playhouse in front, swing from an oak on the side, and Holy fuck, I hear a cow moo. The doc was right. Ah, there's a creek out back where the kids play. Since Jason left, she wanted a fresh start for herself, for the kids. Looks like she found it. I brought the certificate because I thought it might make things easier, right? You know, because kids, they get certificates in school, so they get it. You know, I want them to understand. I just need them to, I want them to know that I'll never hurt them again. And I'm gonna work like hell to make sure that I'll never hurt anyone else ever again. In recovery, we remind each other, BFB. Backwards, forwards, back. Because that's how recovery goes. Sometimes you will slip backwards. Then you will work hard to move forwards. And then you will slip back again. Because it is a tango of the will. It will challenge your spirit, your body, your sanity. But it is a dance worth doing. Because it ends with you getting your life back. Their front door is a bright green, the color of faith, renewal. Sarah has drawn a welcome sign with marker, with daisies, which are her favorite flower. Nothing from Mac, but he's probably just too old to make a homemade sign, right?